Welcome back. I'm going to do a quick video on the updates with Farsite, what's been going on with it, and how I think everything's going. So the mining was available. I went through, got my ship, got it all set up. Here are my slots. I got a kinetic mining laser 3. I got 2 of them for my ship because they were amazing. Notice the terminology I'm using. Were amazing. Then I had 2 containers, level 1, I added them, and then I also bought a radar 2 because it gives me more distance, and then I have 2 radars and I can keep going. I was looking for a 3, but I couldn't find one, and the prices were, they are what they are. So I ended up going with the 2, and it is a lot better than the original. This is a 9-minute cooldown, where this is like 3 minutes and 45 seconds, I think. So it's a lot better. Plus it's an extra 1,000, so it's 4,000 instead of 3,000 for the distance. So I was very happy with that. Mining was so much fun. Going through grinding mining. I barely slept. I just went through and mined pretty much like 16 hours a day. When I did sleep, then I told myself no mining at all when you sleep. That way I can still get a good night's sleep. So that was fun, and then they just had an update for the Comets. I was very excited for the Comets. I didn't really read them correctly, and here they were starting in 2 certain systems that I was not at. By the time I got there, they were pretty much taken. They've been coming here and there. I've not found a single one. I've went to a bunch of different stations. I've spent several thousand credits going through gates to try to find them, and it just wasn't working. So that's that. And then we went through and saw the mining changes. So we can go to wherever we want. We can go ahead and hit our mining here. And let's go scan here. And when we scan, we got some, which is good. Because guess what? They're not like they used to be. It's a lot harder to find these than they are. I could do the hip system probably, if I was like paying attention and trying, probably about 30-40 minutes. But it usually takes me a lot longer because now it's just, this game was active and now it's passive. I can't grind it unless I'm going to keep going to the gates and find the right ones, and it's not as fun as it was. I do understand they have to rebalance. They're probably giving away too many materials. Some materials are selling cheaper than you can mine them for on sectors, and they didn't want that. So they made it different. So now, the first day, I got some gems and crystals. I was happy. I figured the reds were no longer mineable for small lasers, and I believe that to still be correct. Then I got like 5 gems and crystals on day 1 of the Comet, and then the next day, dirt. That's basically it. You're lucky to get rare metals, and they're not even that rare, they're just metals. And that's a good time, you don't get many of them. Let me show you what I have right now. This is from mining. So we got 24 of the lumber, 14 water, and then you see here, we go to our metals, we have 5, 6, and 21. Usually on a half cargo, these would be about 10 times what they are. These are a little more, we are getting more greens, but it's not good for me because my plants produce these, so I'd rather see less, but it is what it is. So mining has pretty much been nerfed big time, so much that it's a passive game now. I go on, I do the hip system, and then I stop. Yes, you can go to other gates, you can go to other areas and then mine that, and then pay more to go to the next area and mine that. And it does get expensive. For me, I have a small ship. It's not too bad. They also increased medium ships. The cost, I believe, 10 to 20 times more when you are going through the portals. Not to mention, the portals freeze all the time, and you get stuck in them. You have to refresh every time you go through them. Just that alone annoys me enough not to go through them all. I knew it was going to happen. I knew I was going to be bitter about it. It is what it is. It's just going to happen. I knew they could not keep the rates they were doing. But what did they do? They cut the good stuff. They redid all the categories. They messed up a lot. Like here you can see this is a laser. This is a laser 1. Well, what's the difference? There's a laser and laser 1 now? Before there was just a laser 1. Laser 1, 2, and 3. So now there's 1, 2, and good luck trying to find a 3. I think I've found like 1 in the last few days and it had a red, but obviously your chances of scoring a red are probably about 1 in 1,000. So you're finding 1 every 3 days and your chances are 1 in 1,000. I've been going on the market, going through doing stuff and keeping my credits low. Whenever I get credits, I'm buying reds that people are selling too cheap because they're not going to stay cheap. As far as I'm concerned, reds are going to end up going through the roof because I have a feeling another nerf is coming. But I also, for probably the medium ships, but I do think they need to balance things. Day 1 was great when I was able to get gems and crystals, and then all of a sudden after that, nada. They're on there, they show on there, but they're not on there. Also, the categories are all messed up too now. You'll have metal ones without metal, you have oil ones without oil. These are showing correctly, but there's a lot of them that are not. If you do get stuck in the gate, you can go ahead and actually scan and mine from inside the gate, which is kind of neat. A little trick if you are getting that all the time. I tried to do it, and the time I tried to do it, the gate actually worked, which was surprising. I'm sure they're going to fix the gate issue. It's just, I don't know, it's just too much. Too much. But I understand the rebalancing. Now the game is more passive. I'll mine in my own area. That way I'm not spending any money by going out. I'll mine them. After I've mined them, I believe they reset in about 12 hours. It could be, I know they reset after 24, but I think there's a middle time as well. So I'm thinking it's every 12 hours. So, mine for 30, 40 minutes, without even paying attention, and then wait 12 hours to play the game again, do the same. So it's basically, you're going back to a clicker game where it was more of, you keep going and you can, the more time you put in, the better you do. Yada, yada, yada. I am going through and mining and refining as much as I can because this is very profitable. You'll see this isn't mining because this, I don't know what to mine that will make me profit, and I'm getting low on credits because I probably bought too many reds at a really good price that I'll probably make 6 or 7 times later. But I can't spend any more because these credits are going to be used to refuel this. Water and lumber, there's a lot of competition for it right now. And it's rough because stuff's not selling, but when it does, it's nice. But, it might take a week to sell a third of your order. And then by then you already have 3 times that amount to add on to that. So you're growing, but there's not enough demand for people buying because now everything with mining, people don't care. People don't want them anymore. They're not going to build modules much anymore. There's going to be plenty of people selling out unless they change it. I can't see this being worthwhile with PvP. I mean, I get it. You can mine asteroids, but you're just going to get dirt and you're going to get your ship blown up. Yeah, I don't see that. I don't know what they're going to do with PvP. It really scares me. And this is, just a truth video. I'm just talking all about this game. This is not a sponsored game. I like this game. I'm heavily invested. And I think they're doing a really good job on everything, but you hate when stuff gets nerfed. No matter what. It's hard to deal with it. I feel like the barrier to enter is really high. You have to invest a lot. And with the market being down, less and less people are interested in going through and playing a game like this. Plus, you can lose everything. You can build up a ship and spend hundreds of dollars, get it all set up with weapons and gear, get blown up from PvP, and then is your ship gone forever? I hope in the beginning they at least do it where you get your ship back maybe like 10 times, and then on the 10th time it blows up. If they do it every time, that's just going to be, it's going to be rough. Because once someone comes in, spends a few $100s, gets a ship, gets it destroyed, they're going to cash out and leave. And this is an issue with a lot of crypto games and a lot of PvP kind of aspects. It's going to be hard. I don't know how they're going to deal with it. And to be honest, I'm glad I don't have to deal with that problem. Because if I had my own game and I had this type of situation, I have no clue what I would do. So I hope they know what they're doing. Haven't heard much about that. Usually we hear a little bit when a new feature comes out. They do, they kind of took off a UX universe. They stole that way of introducing stuff. So it's story based. When a new update comes out, they give you a story, they give you a little bit of the information, and then you have to figure it out. They know people are into space, and the space people are explorers, and they want them to figure it out. So they use that, and I think Exo Universe used to do really good with that. But also, it's rough because you never get the information of what's going on. And they're going to be turning fights on soon, and I'm guessing it's going to be kind of like a Final Fantasy kind of thing. You know, you scan, you see them here, you warp to them, and then you fight them in like a slider screen, and then I don't know. But that's how I'm thinking, and that's how people mention they think it's going to work, and I agree with them. I think that is how it's going to go down. The team has not communicated a lot of information to us either. It's little stuff, you know, with these updates like I mentioned. Sometimes they'll say a little extra in the Discord room, but if you miss that, then you need to scroll through all the information to try to find it again. You can't find it anywhere else. The guides are good, but the guides are general, and they don't really go into the details of some of the specifics that you need. I think they have a good idea. I think everything's going good. It's just, I don't know. Mining is, the game's changed for me. You do not, all you need is sectors, refineries and stuff, and do this. I'm not going to build up anymore. I'm going to leave my mining and refinery. I know I was going to go ahead and build up all these crazy stuff, and I'm sorry for my lighting today. What's going on with today? Sun is out. It's like 70 something in November. It's weird. Squirrel. Anyway, I'm not going to build up anymore. I'm going to use mining, refinery. I'm going to make credits. I'm going to use those credits and build up my balance on here. Buy and sell is pretty much going to be my idea. With that said, we're going to go ahead and see if we can get a lot of credits. And when I have a lot of credits, I'll see what happens. Do I want to buy more sectors? Do I want to get some money back? Do I want to buy some other stuff? Will all my ships be destroyed? I don't know. Woo, that was a lot of going on there. There was a lot off my chest. I like this game a lot, but I'm worried about the direction of it. And when it's not communicated to you clearly, it's rough to know what's going on. I'd love to see an AMA. AMA would be amazing, because I know there are people in my corporation that have some great questions, and it would be awesome to have some answered. We're going to go through and mine a laser while I go ahead and talk a bit more. The design of the game definitely has improved. The graphics have improved. The rocks and the planets, the visuals, they just look awesome. And I think they're continuing to do a great job. I mean, it really looks like you are flying, and it's one of the best games that I've seen like this, and it's web-based. So, mad props to them. I got my ship very customized, cool colors, you know, it's awesome, and I'm just really sad that one day I may lose this ship because I put a lot of money into it and a lot of work. If for some reason I went up to that asteroid and it's no longer there, but it's still physically there, so I don't know what's going on. We'll just go to another one here and mine it. And I clicked the wrong one, medium. It would be great if they could make some filters with S. I don't know how I messed that up. Probably because I'm talking. We'll scan again. Nothing. Yep. Fun game. We'll go back to the planet and scan again. This is kind of what you're looking at with all the issues with the mining and stuff like that. I took too long to go, so that was my fault. I was rambling on, and kind of what I'm doing in this video. Crypto just seems like it's in a weird place right now, and a lot of people aren't into the games as much as they were. It's really unfortunate. They're a lot of fun, and I really do enjoy them. I guess we'll have to see what happens with this one, and I'm really hoping they keep going, which I think they will, but I hope they go ahead and give us some more information. They need to go ahead and get more people involved somehow, instead of continuing to try to continue to sell the people that are already in the game. I know they have an academy program, and I'm sure that'll help, but they definitely need to do some advertising. I'm pretty much it, and I just do it because I'm into the game, and I always wanted to play a space game like this. Are you playing? Is this a game that you would be interested in playing? Let me know what you think. How rough is it when you get used to a game and all of a sudden they just take the Nerf bat and just whip it with it? So frustrating. It's always been like that. I mean, all games it's like that. They're gonna make stuff overpowered. I know they probably had mining going so well because they wanted to test it out, but you gotta remember, I would go to one planet and I would say go to HIP 21. I would scan, I would find asteroids, I would go there, I would mine them, I'd scan again, find more. I could go 6 to 8 hours just hopping back and forth there, finding new asteroids. Now, it's not even close. You might get 1 to 3 off the rip that fits what you have. You're lucky if you get 1 or 2 later, and then you go back to the planet, you can scan again, or you go to the next planet. I probably get 3 to 5 per planet, and so we'll say 4 planets, we'll say 5 is the high end, so 20 at the most, and then I have to wait 12 hours. And then all I get is this junk because the good stuff is no longer dropping. At least for small lasers, level 3, which is the highest level. Medium's probably doing well, but they're also paying for it with the gates. If you're mining and you're in medium, let me know down below how it's going for you. If you figured out any way to go ahead and keep this going other than, multi-accounting, let me know, because I would love to do some things, but I don't feel like I want to have 20 accounts doing this. I'm just a 1 account person here. We'll just go to small so I don't mess up again. Extractor, extractor 2, laser 2, laser 2. So these 2 look good. So I can go here and I can try to get that crystal, which will not drop. I'm sure it's probably like 1 in 10,000 or something like that, because it is a lot lower. The first day I was so excited. I was like, you know what? I don't care if they removed reds. At least they have that. And you'll still find a red once in a while, but you won't actually mine it. You'll just find it on here. Kind of like this shouldn't even be here anymore, because it's not going to drop. Alright, I'm done complaining. I want to go and let you know about the downgrade of Farsite. I mean upgrade, so you know, and who knows what's up with this game. We'll see. I'll keep you posted and let you know. Put your comments down below on the newest update. Let me know what you think. Are you okay with it? You understand, like, they are trying to balance stuff, which I get. Is it frustrating? I mean, I'm glad I saved up my stuff when I did, because I was just able to get my refinery, and now I'm sure prices are really high. Anyway, that's all I got. Thanks for the view. Have a good one.